Hey everybody, I just wanted to introduce this video to you. It's going to be a mixture of clips from our past trip to Minnesota. That is where I was born, actually in St. Cloud, Minnesota. I lived in the Clearwater, Kimball area. When we decided we were going to go to Minnesota this year and see my family, Derek had the idea of doing a video just kind of showing where I lived, some of my family, my grandparents' farm. And I just want to share that with you, just to kind of get to know my background a little bit. Moved here when I was 5. It had actually been 20 years since we'd been back to see my family in Minnesota. So actually, I think it was 21 years. So anyway, it was a really good trip. We got to see a lot of family. My uncle Tom and his wife Marlene hosted a family get-together, which we're going to show you. Got to go see my Uncle Daniel and his wife Tammy, their lake cabin, got to spend some time with them. It was just a really, really good trip. Got to see a lot of things, and I just want to share a little bit of that with you. So please watch it and stay tuned to the very end. I'm actually going to have a picture slideshow at the end showing where I lived at, you know, just some older pictures that you might find interesting. So stay tuned.
St. Cloud Hospital, downtown St. Cloud, Minnesota. This is where it all began.
This is where I was born, January 12, 1977.
And the world will never be the same again.
It's a better place.
Okay, I want to get a little bit out front of the hospital here. We're not going to go in. We wanted to show you where Shawnasi began her earthly existence. So what we're going to be doing in this video is we are going to be putting together a little clip of Shawnasi's heritage. She has been in North Carolina since she was 5, but we're going to be taking you around and letting you meet some of her family on their farms. Like I've told y'all before, your family's farmers up here, right? All of your mom's side of the family. Your mom, go ahead and tell a little bit about your family and your mom.
Well, Grandpa was a dairy farmer, and he also had a lot of crops and stuff like that, and a lot of his sons were farmers as well. Still have farms today, so pretty interesting to see. I enjoy going back and remembering.
And your mom comes from a family of?
There was 14 of them. Mom was number 5 of 14 kids.
Okay, so most of them are farmers. A few of them have moved off to Minneapolis. A couple live in Texas. Yep. A couple of her sisters, but other than that, they're all here in Minnesota.
Yep.
So we're going to be just going around introducing you to some of her family. Shawnasi doesn't have the Minnesota accent because she's been in North Carolina most of her life, but her family does.
And I have such a southern husband. He also helped kind of tweak some of my words into that southern.
Well, just hanging around with me, it rubs off.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're going to be going around. We're looking to have a good time. We're going to be going to a cookout later that the family is having, basically because we came up.
Yep.
So they're going to be having a cookout and a get-together. We're not sure who all is going to show up, but hopefully there's going to be a lot of cousins, aunts, and uncles there. And we've got some plans with some other family members who we know are not going to be able to make it. So anyway, just wanted, while we're up here, to take y'all back to Shawnasi's before we ever knew each other. And it still is mind-boggling to me how a young lady born 1,200 and some miles away from Granite Falls, North Carolina, ended up being my wife one day. But that's how things work out sometimes. It's all in God's plan. So
it is.
Anyway, they actually
have some pretty flowers.
They have it pretty nice out here. And I'm assuming this is the part that was standing when you were born. And they actually have built, looks like a newer section, like a cardiovascular center down that way. So yeah, the part down there looks much more modern and newer. So we have not been in this hospital but 2 times before, because one of your mom's sisters, younger sisters, actually had a baby here, 25, 26 years ago when we were up here. So we came then, and then your grandpa, we visited him in the hospital here in 2002. But anyway, we're back, and that's where Shawnasi was born, right there.
So this is my grandparents' farm. We thought it would be good to show you some aerial shots of it. This is where I spent most of my childhood when we lived in Minnesota, was at the farm. And even after we moved to North Carolina, in the summers that we would come to the farm and spend our time here. A lot of the land you see around it was Grandpa's. It's my uncle's now that he farmed. Grandpa had a lot of dairy cows there. It just holds a lot of good memories for me. And here you can see my grandparents' house. A lot of good memories in there. I remember Grandma was always in the kitchen, always baking, doing a lot of things in there. She would let us girls help her with the cinnamon rolls, which was always pretty exciting. And the big silos. The concrete area was actually where Grandpa had his dairy cows. So I always remember the cows out there. And as you can see, the driveway is really long, so it was always so nice taking walks up there, riding our bikes. And you can't tell it from here, but the ditches were pretty steep, so that was always fun. So this here, we are actually going towards my Uncle Tom's farm. So all this farmland that you see was once my grandfather's, and now my Uncle Tom and Tony farm these lands here. You can see all that corn. I think that's just so amazing to see from the air like that. So Uncle Tom's farm that we're getting closer to is actually the farm where we had our family get together, which we will be showing you. He hosted it there. He's got a beautiful farm. He's got a bunch of sheds with cows in them. He's got some really neat tractors that we're going to show you too. Some of them are just absolutely huge. We just love it. And across the street, you can see that is my Uncle Tony's farm. That was actually my grandparents' original farm. That's where my mom was born. They lived there before they moved to the new farm, which we just showed you. So I don't remember the house there or anything, but I just know the story behind it. But beautiful area. Just love to be here and visit with family. Well, good morning, everybody. We just attended church with my Uncle Nick and his wife Amy at Kimball Christian Church, and we're actually going back to their farm. We left our dogs over there now, but today's the day that we're going to have a great big family get together, so I'm going to be able to see a lot of my family, aunts and uncles, cousins that I have not seen in a very long time, so I'm looking forward to that. We're riding through Kimball now, heading back over to their
Kimball,
place.
Minnesota.
Oh, yeah, all my family's in Minnesota, that's where we're at. So, but we're looking forward to it. I'm really excited to see a lot of family that I've not seen in a long time. So
this is going to be a little miscellaneous video of basically Shawnasi's life background, I guess. Even though she's lived in North Carolina since you were, what, 5?
Yeah.
This is where it all started. And the little farming community of Kimball, where her grandparents and most of her aunts and uncles are farmers.
Yep.
So that's where we are now. So we just got up with her Uncle Nick and Amy, his wife, and we always enjoy spending time with them. So anyway, this is going to be a mixed bag video, but we're just going to show you a little bit about where Shawnasi's from. Thought y'all would like to see that. We're just going to show you some scenes and around this area. So hope y'all enjoy.
Okay, we are driving into Kimball, Minnesota right now. Just a small little farm town where most of my family kind of centers around Kimball here.
Not a big place at all, but we're going to take you through the downtown area, I guess.
Yeah, just let you see a little bit of it.
And then we're heading over to what was her grandparents' farm to meet up with some family there, and then they're having a get-together at one of her uncle's farms for us here in just a little bit. So there was a sign, Kimball, population 799. Here they've got the little mural painted on the side of the building here. Just let you see just a little bit of the town here. Looks like there you can buy meats like jerky, steaks, bacon, hams. Right over here is the post office. Walk over here. Take a look at this. Try to block that sun. It's supposed to be 95 degrees here tomorrow. Today around 90. This brick building on the left is City Hall, so tell them why that's significant.
Because my Aunt Tammy has been the mayor of Kimball.
That's correct. Her aunt was once the mayor here in Kimball. So it's only 9:30 in the morning. It's already 82 degrees, heading up to 90 today. So that's pretty much Kimball. I was joking with her. I said the good thing about Kimball is videoing it don't take long. So Highway 15 runs north and south through here, and here's the junction of Highway 55. If you turn right here on 55, that runs back to Minneapolis. And if you turn left, I don't know where it goes, to be honest with you, the western part of the state. So this is pretty much the central part of Kimball, Minnesota.
Yeah.
Kimball's located pretty much in the center of the state, a little bit south of geographical center. Okay, so after a quick pit stop and getting some gas here in Kimball, we're headed out to the farm. That's what we always called it, the farm. Where her grandparents farmed and lived for many years. Her uncle has it now. I want to show you that. See that little hill out there? You can't miss it. That's the only one. That is the Powder Ridge ski area. That's actually a ski slope. I don't know if they have anything in the summer there or not. But that's where folks up here snow ski. So when they come down to North Carolina to visit, we always show them, take them by our ski resorts, which are pretty impressive.
Just a little different than that.
Yeah, a little different than that. So, you know, this is the place we're supposed to get a lot of snow, but we always laugh at their ski resorts. Yeah, we have better snow skiing than they do here in Minnesota. So, of course, our mountains are very snowy as well. So it's beautiful farm country out here. Just pretty much, it's all farmland, isn't it?
Yeah, rolling hills, fields of corn,
and lakes.
Yeah, well, definitely lakes.
So there's Powder Ridge Road. That's for how you get out there if you want to. I don't know if they have snowboarding there. I think maybe they do. Seems like I've seen that maybe on YouTube.
Yeah.
But here's a side shot of the Powder Ridge Ski Resort. So one thing that's a little funny about Shawnasi and I, we got married in 1993, and when we got married, it had been how many years since you had been back up here?
What, 3 or 4?
3 or 4. So I brought her up here for our first year. I'm trying to be a good husband. I want to take her to see her cousins and her family and her grandparents. So you assured me you knew where to go, and tell them the story behind that once we got here to Kimball.
I said it'll be easy to spot. It's the farm with the 2 silos.
And we got here, and there are like 1,000 farms with 2 silos. So I said, okay, which one?
And see,
We knew we were over the next town, Watkins.
Yeah, I had never driven up here. I just, I was too young.
Just an example.
Yeah.
You can see farms out there dotting the horizon with silos.
And I never did see anything that looked familiar. I didn't realize we needed to turn.
I bet we drove around for 45 minutes and ended up over in Watkins. I said, I know they don't live in Watkins, and I'd never been here, but you had said Kimball. So I don't remember how we finally did find it, but we did. So I made note after that trip of where it was, and I've driven us back every time since, haven't I?
Yes, you have.
But it's just very different landscape than what we have back home. As you can see, it's mostly just cornfields, soybeans. The farm where you spent probably you didn't live there, but
I didn't live there, but like
you spent a lot of your childhood there.
Yeah.
Up until you were 5 and you moved to North Carolina.
When we'd come back and visit from North Carolina, we'd stay at the farm. We'd stay at Grandma and Grandpa's.
And I got to meet them several times before they both ultimately passed away in 2002. In fact, our last trip up here was when your grandmother got bad, and we got the call that she was bad off, so we just kind of threw everything together and came up here because I wanted you to see her one more time.
Yeah.
And then your grandpa was in the hospital at the time, and then he ended up passing away in November of 2002. They farmed their whole lives here. He was originally from, I think, Nebraska. And she was in Minnesota, if I'm...
Yeah. They said they've been drought, so it looks like we get to go underneath the sprinkler here.
Yep. I'm going to go ahead and record this. We're just about to get right now. Ooh. Yep. This car needs it. Now I can't see. Flip the wipers on. And you know our dog needs wipers. So that was a cool 5 seconds right there.
Thank you, Rose.
So if you see the farm out there with the 2 silos, I do believe that is your grandparents' farm, is it not?
Yep, I think so.
That's the one we spotted earlier. We were wondering, but the closer we get, I believe it is. Let me try to, I don't know if I can zoom up on that. almost there. I know this is going to be just a little bumpy. We are on a dirt road now. Are you looking forward to seeing everybody?
No, definitely.
Yeah. So this is where her grandparents, on her mom's side. This is actually where your mom grew up, isn't it?
Yep. They did live at where Tony farms now, and then they moved here.
But they moved here, which that's not just but what, a mile and a half, 2 miles away.
On the other side of the field, yeah.
So, after 21 years, we're back. Looks like they got soybeans this year. We've been up here, and some years they got soybeans, and some years they got corn in the fields. Of course, Minnesota is known for gophers, and we've got one right here in the front yard. I don't know if you can see him. He's standing up under that tree. He's not going to let me get close to him, I'm sure. Let's see. He's right there at the edge of that shadow, standing up. There, he's getting a little bit nervous now. Minnesota golden gopher. Now he's gone. He went in a little hole right there, I guess. So, right here is Shawnasi visiting with her Uncle Don there on the left. That's her mom's oldest sibling. Her mom comes from a family of 15. So, we haven't seen Don in a long time. Just a little bit of the farmland around here. It's all belonged to her grandpa. Okay, we're leaving the farm now, and we're heading over to Shawnasi's uncle, Tom, his farm, which is just basically dirt roads through the fields, and we'll be over there, and we're having a family. Let me put my seatbelt on, even though I'm not actually going to be on the road. This car's going to make me wear it anyway. So, just met up with your Uncle Ken and
Don and
your Uncle Don. Don's the oldest of the 15, right?
yes.
That was your mom's oldest brother.
And then the youngest brother, Ken.
Now he lives about 2 hours away from here, and it was nice of him. He brought a stack of letters that your mom had written and let you read them, and pictures that were sent. So we're going to head on over to your Uncle Tom now. And out there in the distance is her Uncle Tom's farm. That's where we're heading now. What's funny about listening to them talk, I had forgotten about the humor. They all have all 15 of the...
14.
Yeah, 14 had name. There's Fathead.
Yeah.
Don was telling us his was, you tell that one.
Ugly.
Ugly. Your mom was Squeeze. They all, and
okay.
Yeah, and Ken, your uncle, that we just met up with,
Mumps.
He was Mumps because he had the mumps as a kid. So they all have nicknames that they call each other, and I have to stop at her and ask, who are they talking about? Tom, that we're going to see now, he's Warthog, right?
Yeah, Warthog, and apparently when he was a kid it was Porky.
Oh, okay. That corn does look like, they say it's been dry up here. That corn does look like it needs some rain on it. This corn looks better right here. A little bit. Looks like Tom's got his watering going on.
Shut that window behind you. Especially if we're going to go under water.
We're going to get doused again. Yeah, now we're sliding. We are definitely going to run this rental car through a car wash before it's over with.
We're going to have mud all over the side
Yes,
of it.
we are. Here we go. All right. There goes the dog, right on key with the windshield wipers. Now over there is her Uncle Tony's farm. So Tom and Tony live basically across the street. Am I right on that? Is that
You're
Tony's?
right. Yeah.
Okay. You should be telling this because I don't want to get something wrong. Alright, so here we are at Tom's. This family uses John Deere tractors. I kind of made a joke when we were at Darnell Farms that her grandpa would not use our last name because of New Holland and their John Deere family. So, as you can see, I like that old Chevy truck there. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
So this is Uncle Tom's farm.
Basically got cones up here. I guess directing everyone to the back parking lot.
Well, that's where we'll head then. There's a lot of people waiting on us already.
So you gotta be
Yeah, that dog. It was getting lower and lower. I'll be for the what are you on? Never give up your plate. Come here.
There's a little chick here. I'll hurt you.
Yeah.
Not too big enough to eat anyway.
Be hardly a bite.
You gonna bite me? Okay.
Yeah.
Want some right now?
So now it's our turn to go on the tractor ride.
I know. No, yeah. It's a joke. See that cute little girl there in the pink?
That's how they call me. Yeah.
Evie could say Christina, so she calls me Tina. Now it's Tina. Now everybody calls me Tina. Everybody.
So we're on the tractor now, and that is Shawnasy's Uncle Nick driving. That's her mom's, one of her mom's younger brothers, not the youngest. We went to church with he and his wife this morning. So we're just having a blast riding out here through the fields on the tractor. Having fun? This is Shawnasy's cousin Christina. You're going on YouTube, by the way. Just say hello. Say hello to our audience.
Hi!
We're the same age. For Shawnasy's 40th, they flew down and surprised you, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
So we all had it planned out. We'd meet at a restaurant and you had no idea what was coming.
Nope.
So they're the same age, but first cousins. This is her Tony's farm. That's where he lives. So we're going to try to get everybody who will be on camera before the day's over.
Here.
Shawnasy and Christina were very close growing up when Shawnasy lived here. They had a lot of fun together.
Here's the farmer. He's mad around his
Shawnasy's Uncle
property.
Tony right there. They came down last
He's gonna be
July, I
mad.
believe it was. He's on
What are you doing on my land?
now.
Come back at 5, you can help. Hey, taking one of these with
Our cousins being little people and all those outfits.
It wasn't even a winter.
What's your farm?
How's that going?
So I just keep going and then hit the rover in the freezer.
So you tell who everybody is.
So this is my cousin Adam and his wife Leah, and I'll let you introduce all your children. These are my cousins.
Yeah, absolutely. Philip, our oldest, he's 13. Peter is 12. Catherine, 10. And then where's Blaze? Here's Blaze. He's 8. And Jacinta is 5. Lucy, 3. Baby Joe is almost 2. And then we have baby number 8 coming in October.
That's wonderful. Nice family y'all got.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
We're riding number 2 now. This is Shawnasy's Uncle Tom is driving.
I don't think I can feel my toes anymore. Well, that was my room.
visiting our second tractor ride. This is very pretty right here. A little stream, a little garden here. A little bridge. I walk over here and look in the garage a little bit. I like this bench here, made out of a, it's got a Chevrolet tailgate. More John Deere collectibles. Look at that.
She came by the tractor, and that old horse tanker was there. And they were so told Carolyn about that horse tanker came from Mom and Dad's. And I was just telling Shawnasi how old that is. It's like 105 years old.
It's old. Yeah.
So Shawnasi, for our video, introduce. You don't mind, do you?
No.
This is my mom's brother, Tom.
Tom, this
His
is.
wife, Marlene.
They're the ones who hosted us here today. So
Their lovely farm.
yeah, so we.
Was it Wiener?
Papa Wiener Day.
Papa Wiener Day.
That's been like that for when I was a kid.
Yeah. That was always
So the lights come on. That's cool.
So something that you guys had when you were kids?
Actually, that's the first time I took it home. Mom and Dad was living at home yet.
So say that for the video. This was your grandfather's tractor. Now
Say it.
Tom has it.
Oh, yeah. My father bought it brand new in 1950.
1950.
Wow.
Wow.
So then I bought it from Dad
Had it restored.
in 1994
Tell them how
when
you went
Timmy
home.
was born. And then when I took it home to show Mom and Dad the first time, Dad come out of the house just bawling. He just bawled. He said, I got so much sentimental on that tractor.
Wow.
Then every time I take it home on the 4th, he'd come out of the house crying. But we served 401 people in that night.
Wow. Look at this.
My aunt, my godmother, Grandpa Cones' youngest sister, she's my godmother. She come here, she looked around, she said, you could rent this out. You know, she's pretty high class, she lives in the city. She said, you could rent this out every weekend, she said. And we had it decorated. We had it really decorated nice. And
Oh, New Holland. I like that.
yeah.
Your dad would not say our last name because of that.
Is that right?
Yeah, he called us the John Deere family.
Who said who?
Your dad.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
He would not say our last name.
Really? Yeah, everybody
I'm
said,
impressed.
how come you got a blue tractor? I said, to match our buildings. We just got it. Actually,
This is unbelievable.
We weathered it down.
I had no idea they had this much stuff. This is some machinery, folks.
So is the other still underneath here?
Yeah,
This just got over top of it.
yeah, we got, it's a lot of work,
Look at all this.
but it's worth it. The only bad thing about it, I'm ready to take everything down.
Okay. Two cousins here.
Just
Remember. I know. Picture from
Two cousins
from the
reverting
shoulders
back to
up
their
only,
childhoods.
please.
Yeah, 'cause look at how dirty my shoes are.
Reverting back to childhood, aren't we?
You have no idea.
This hurt my knees. I am old. You're on your knees. I have to bend down to give more people eye drops. Mom. What? Stop talking. Sorry.
We're all getting pictures and video here. So. Oh, look what they did with the license plate here. They put their name and the year they were married. That's pretty neat. Introduce us here.
This is my Uncle Dennis.
Okay, this was your mom's also brother. So, all right. So, okay, we are now leaving the farm. It is almost 6 o'clock. And we'll tell you a little bit about our adventurous day out here at Uncle Tom's farm.
Yeah.
So, got to see a number of cousins, aunts, and uncles today.
Yes.
Your mom's brothers and sisters and their families.
Let me turn the air down. We got it blowing hot.
Because it's hot. It's 91. It's 91 degrees.
Sweaty and hot.
So, went on 2 tractor rides.
Yep.
So, tell us a little bit about the day and.
So,
I don't even think we got to even introduce everybody.
We didn't.
So Nick and Amy was there. Ken was there. That's Mom's youngest brother. Tony and Jackie. I think, did we introduce everybody else?
I don't think we introduced Tony, and then I think I
I'm
got him on the
naming.
camera as he was on the four-wheeler.
I think they left earlier because they had chores and stuff.
But we'll definitely meet up with them again.
Yeah. But it was a really good day. My cousin that I remember growing up the most with.
The one they were out there watering the cornfield and climbing on things together. That was Christina.
Christina, yeah. I'm a month older than her, but that was nice. Really nice seeing her. And we'll, of course, hopefully see everyone again since we're going to be here for almost a week.
When Shawnasi turned 40 back in 2017, Christina and her mom and her daughters surprised Shawnasi and flew down because they both turned 40 within a month of each other.
Yep.
So I knew about it. So I took Shawnasi out to Cheddar's that night, knowing we were going to be meeting them there. And that was fun because just the look on her face when she walked into Cheddar's and saw her family from up here down in Gastonia, North Carolina.
Right.
So it was a good day.
It was. It was.
I wanted to show y'all some of the farm. We've mentioned in a couple other videos that her family up here was farmers. So instead of telling you, I wanted to show y'all a little bit of that. Some of that equipment was impressive. I'm not kidding you. That combiner, the big one there at the end when we were in that last shed, he was telling us what a good deal he got on that thing. Yeah. Very impressive. But I'm gonna tell you something. I got a lot of respect for farmers, and her family. These are the kind of people that made this country. They work hard. They work the land. They provide. You don't eat without farmers.
That's true.
You don't eat.
Yeah.
People put down farmers. Listen, you don't eat. Your stores don't have anything without farmers. So, and that's what your whole side of the family from up here is dairy farmers.
Yeah.
So, we're leaving after a long day, and just want to share with y'all some of Shawnasi's background and heritage, and this is it. So, glad we got to make this trip. Glad we got to have this day.
Me too.
I was surprised how many people showed up just to come see us.
Yeah, it was very nice.
More people than we expected.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So there's a couple more people we want to get up with later in the week that couldn't make it today, but we have plans with them.
Yeah.
So your cousin Amy, we're going to have to get with her and see what day works for her.
Right.
So anyway, thank y'all for watching this segment. More to come.
Okay, so this is my grandparents, the ones that had the farm, their headstone. So Grandpa was Philip and Grandma was Lorraine. They were married in October 1946, and they both passed away in 2002. That was actually the last year we were up here. But
yeah, we were up here in June. We thought she was going to pass when we were here, but she didn't, and we did have to leave. I think she passed maybe 3 days after we got back.
Yeah, not long afterwards. And then we got to see Grandpa and talk to him. So, but here's their final resting place. I haven't got to visit it, but you know.
Yeah, this is our first time.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is the cemetery that they are buried in. This is a Catholic church cemetery.
That was the church they attended. A lot of family weddings in there over the years.
So it's kind of an emotional moment for you. I understand that. This is the first time you've gotten to visit your grandparents' grave in 21 years. Doesn't seem like that long since we were up here. It's out here at the cabin on the 4th of July. Getting ready to go out on the pontoon boat.
Well, they'll swim for a little bit.
Tammy's going to make her YouTube debut now. This is Shawnasi's Aunt Tammy. Smile.
You and those kind of nerve flowing in a little.
This is the biggest one.
I'm gonna go hide behind the wood.
Okay, so this evening we have been invited over to the lake cabin. Shawnasi's cousin Christina, her parents, Daniel and Tammy, own this, so I think we're going to set off some fireworks tonight, and it's just after sunset. I want y'all to look at this. This is one of the famous Minnesota lakes. Just look at that sunset on the water there. We were here 20-some years ago, one time at this cabin, and we went out fishing on that lake, and I caught several walleye. Had a lot of fun. But look at that, that's beautiful.
Where are you going, Betty? Do you think it? I was thinking like over here.
Okay, so that house back there where it's really grown up is where I lived last before we moved down to North Carolina. It obviously did not look like that when we lived there. But anyway, that was the last house we lived in that I remember.
That's the only one you really remember.
That's the only one I really remember. So
Okay, and this is Clearwater?
Clearwater area, yes.
Okay.
And my sweet Aunt Tammy showed us where it was. Okay, I just want to thank you guys for watching my video. Hope you learned a little bit about me and where I was born and seeing where I was raised at. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.